Now, although the hardcore no-till proponents would have you believe otherwise, there's really no right or wrong way to do things here. Just depends. What's up, Lazy Dog fam? I hope everybody out there is having a wonderful day. It is Tuesday, March 7th here in South Georgia. Pretty dang warm out here today. I think we're going to get a little sweating done while we work in the garden this afternoon. So today's video is going to be all about plot preparation and getting some of these plots ready to plant more warm season veggies. As each day passes, I get more and more confident that we are done with any freezing temperatures. Every morning I kind of look at my phone here, see what it shows for the long-term forecast, and I see a low of 41 next Tuesday, but don't see anything lower than that, which gives me some good confidence that I can continue along with some warm season planting. Now, so far we've got some summer squash planted in one of our raised beds back here. We've also got some cucumbers planted in one of our raised beds, and those will be pretty easy to cover if we were to get a late frost. The next thing that's really on my mind is planting some corn. I have heard that there are folks south of us and a little bit southwest of us that have already got their corn planted, and that just gets me all fired up wanting to plant some corn myself. So today we're going to get a piece of our pepper plot ready, we're going to get our corn plot ready, and I'm subject to plant some corn here in the next couple days. Now, before we start getting some of these plots ready, I wanted to show you here we've already got some squash popping out the soil. We planted 2 seeds right here. We can see 2 little squash babies right there. Planted these on Saturday. It's Tuesday, so up in 3 days. Amazing how fast these things will germinate in some warm soil and a little bit of moisture. So the first thing on the list today is to start chipping away, getting this plot ready to plant peppers. I'd say probably 2 to 3 weeks from now. Our transplants in the greenhouse are looking good, but they're still going to need to be stepped up to some 2.5-inch pots. So still got a little bit of time, but I want to go ahead and start working on this a little bit. So not too long ago, this plot here looked like that plot over there. We sent the chickens around this plot one time, then we mowed it down pretty close. You can see over here it still grows back after we scalp it down with the mower. Not quite as thick as it once was, but it does grow back. Now the chickens are making their second trip around this plot. They've already been over this spot right here twice, and I came in here a couple days ago and I scalped it down with the mower again. So the chickens and the lawnmower have done a pretty good job at terminating this cover crop, but it's not completely terminated like we need it to be before we plant some peppers in here. So today I'm going to take the wheel hoe and try to finish off the cover crop termination. Now, a few weeks ago, my buddy Jason over at Cattywampus Acres, the one that makes the awesome goat milk soap, he was visiting and he said, there's no way you're going to get this plot ready with just a lawnmower and a wheel hoe. And I said, hide and watch. So here we go.
Yeah, this road is long ahead. Yeah, this road is long ahead. Let's take it slow. La, 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 la.
All right, so I got about 8 foot done there, and that's all I want of that today. There's a good reason I only do about 8 foot at a time. Some of those spots are pretty tough to get through with the wheel hoe there. I would not recommend trying that unless you've been eating your greens. If you've been eating plenty of greens, you can take care of it no problem. But if you haven't been eating your greens, probably gonna struggle a little bit. So basically what we were doing there is just using the wheel hoe like a sod cutter. I want to show you just how dense this root mass was or still is from that cover crop there. So look at here. Just pull that up there. All that's connected by all those cover crop roots there. That all will start to break apart a little bit, especially if we can get some rain. The second time through this will be pretty easy. Just that first time, cutting through all that is a little tough. Now, if you're doubtful of this process, which I understand how you could be, this is the exact same process we used on our onions over there that I showed, I don't know, 1 or 2 videos ago, and they are looking fabulous. So I know this process here works, just takes a little more effort initially to get that cover crop broken up, but it will all pay off in the end. So we'll just keep chipping away at it, 8 foot or so at a time, as the chickens finish this lane right here. Once they come towards me here, then we'll mow that down close and we'll do another 8 foot or so. And in just about a week and a half, we should have it all in pretty good shape. So that plot should definitely be ready by the time our peppers are ready in the greenhouse. Now for this plot, which I need to be ready tomorrow or the next day if I want to plant some corn here. So much like that plot we were just working in, this plot looked like that right there not too long ago. We grazed it with the chickens. We mowed it down close. We put a tarp on this plot for about a month and a half. And then a week or so ago, we pulled back that tarp, run through here with the wheel hoe one time, and it did a pretty good job as far as getting this ready. I might could plant corn in that right now, but I think I need to make one more pass. Now, since we wheel hoed this, a lot of this cover crop debris on top is kind of dried up. That shouldn't be any issues as far as planting corn. And the soil feels pretty good. It's in pretty good shape there. But we got some of these clumps out here like that. They break apart pretty easily. You smash them with your hands. But I want to get rid of some of those clumps with the wheel hoe. I could probably get corn to germinate okay with these clumps still in here, but I'll get better consistent germination if we break this up just a little bit more. Now, when we wheel hoed this plot a few weeks ago after pulling back that tarp, we used the oscillating hoe attachment just like we did on that other plot to kind of cut through all those cover crop roots. I think this time I'm going to use the cultivator teeth. They should do a better job breaking up some of those clumps there. I think I'm going to go in an opposite direction than we went the first time.
Yeah, this road is long ahead. It'll be worth it in the end. So take it slow.
All right. So that was a lot easier the second time around. The first time with the oscillating hoe took us just a hair under 15 minutes. That right there took 13 minutes and 54 seconds. Now, once again, if you haven't been eating your greens, probably would have took you about 25 minutes to do that. But if you've been eating your greens like you should, you can knock it out in no time. And I don't know about y'all, but that right there looks like that's gonna be some good soil for growing out some sweet corn. Should have plenty of nitrogen in it from having those chickens on it and some of those nitrogen fixing cover crops. And I can't wait to get some corn seeds down in that dirt. So to me, that soil right there looks pretty awesome, but it hasn't always looked that awesome. So about 3 or 4 years ago, when we made this spot out here, we call the Dream Garden, it was covered in pine trees like you see way back there. So we pushed up all those pine trees, harrowed it up, split it up into little plots, and we struggled about the first 2 years growing here. The soil would crust over bad. It was just hard to work in, wouldn't really grow a whole lot very well. But over time, adding compost and doing the cover crop thing, we have got the soil in really good shape. It's not going to happen overnight. If you do the right things, eventually your soil can get better. Now, the last little bit of plot prep we need to do today is in this big plot right here. Now, I'm not going to plant anything in here anytime soon, but I've got this arch panel trellis that needs to be moved because we're going to be planting some more fig trees in this spot. And we're going to put that arch panel trellis right here. So we don't necessarily need to take care of this whole plot today. Only about a 10 or 15 foot wide spot right here. Now, the cover crop in this plot was about 3 or 4 foot tall. I've mowed it down twice. And this is not one of our no-till plots. So those other plots we were working in earlier are no-till plots. But we play by a different set of rules in this plot for several different reasons I won't get into on this video. So we are going to use the tiller instead of the wheel hoe here. So what I'm going to do is scalp it down one more time with a mower, and we're going to try to get through this with our walk-behind tiller. Still a lot of debris out there. We'll see how it goes. We're going to try to get through it.
That's all I'll say, singing la 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 la.
All All right, so that probably would have went a little bit easier if it wasn't so dry around here, but a couple passes with the tiller, we did what we needed to do, and breaking up that soil a little bit next time we get some rain, hopefully in the next few days, will allow the water to kind of penetrate a little deeper there into that soil. So my objective here was to show you 3 different ways to accomplish the same goal, which is terminating a cool season cover crop and getting your garden ready for spring planting. So for the purposes of this discussion, we'll leave the chicken tractor out of it. So number 1, we've got the real slow way, which is what we did here. Mowed down the cover crop, put a tarp on it for a few months, pulled the tarp back, wheel hoed it a couple times, and it's good to go. And then somewhere in the middle there, we've got the second technique, which we did on that first plot. Mowed it down, wheel hoed it, we'll wait on that stuff to break down a week or 2, wheel hoe it again, and then it should be pretty close to ready. And then thirdly, we've got the fastest technique of them all, which we did on that larger plot. Mowed it down, run over it a couple times with the tiller, and it's ready to go. Now, although the hardcore no-till proponents would have you believe otherwise, there's really no right or wrong way to do things here. It just depends on how much time you have and what equipment you have. Now, I do believe that this plot behind me here is going to be the better out of those 3 plots we just worked in, but this process takes a long time. You may not have that much time. We don't have enough time or resources to do this process on all our plots. That's why we try to stay flexible and do different things. But if you just got one plot and you've got plenty of time, I think this tarping method is probably the best route to go for some nice healthy soil and also a pretty low weed seed bank. So I hope you enjoyed that comparison there, and let me know in the comments which technique you would prefer, or maybe you have a completely different technique given the time and resources you have. And as always, you can find links to our affiliate partners in the description below. Got some coupon codes for some of those companies so you can take advantage of those discounts. Don't forget to go check out our website, lazydogfarm.com, where we've got our fig trees for sale, got a few seeds for sale, garden blogs, recipes, all kind of good stuff over there. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification button, like, and share, and we'll see you next time right here at Lazy Dog Farm.
Farewell, by the beauty of your life.